from South Africa to Japan with our second missionary letter this evening. Brother Bill and Lisa Lyons are missionaries to the U.S. military and the Japanese. Dear prayer and financially supporting partners, before getting into what we assume has or will be the prevailing theme in many prayer letters right now, I would like to share praise from our previous prayer letter. We were approved for another 5-year visa. Although the process took longer than planned, it is finished and we won't have to fuss with it again for quite a while. Amen. As for the other prayer requests for upcoming events and activities, as you can probably imagine, they were all canceled due to the COVID-19 complications. The military bases are on lockdown, so the military and DoD workers are unable to attend. For the non-military, Japan is currently under a health state of emergency. People are urged to stay at home, although there is no penalty if they do not. However, malls and many businesses are shut down. Major festivals and celebrations are canceled, and most tourist places are closed. So how do we minister through these interesting and trying times in our little corner of the world? We can still hold on in-person church services for those who are able and want to venture out. As you might imagine, there are masks, no handshaking, hugging, hand sanitizer at the door, and as much social distancing as our little area will allow. Services are available on Skype, and when the service is over, people are given a chance to turn on their cameras and virtually visit with each other. Overall, our attendance is holding strong. We have even had visitors. This is Gene, a first-time visitor who felt a need to attend church on April the 19th. After the service, he told me that the message was for him as he has been away from God and needed to get things right. We visited for a bit, then he prayed and rededicated his life to Christ. Amen. Sadly, his working contract was up, and he had a fight to return home to the Philippines April the 20th. However, he was sharing an apartment with 3 other co-workers across the street from the church. Gene invited someone to go to his apartment and share the gospel with his friends, so I asked 2 of our Filipino members to go with him. They took Bibles and tracts and were able to give a full gospel presentation. Although his friends did not choose salvation at that time, a connection was made and they indicated they may be interested in visiting the church. We will work to keep in touch with them in the days ahead. The Costco bread ministry is going strong through all of this. Each Friday I pick up a donation of soon-to-be outdated baked goods from our local Costco store. Then I get a variety of fruits and vegetables from a local produce stand. On the way back to the church, I drop off items to the few local small businesses we frequent, our florist, sewing machine shop, realtor, and then stop by and drop things off for the families who can't make it to the church for pickup or have no good way to carry the items home. Then I take pictures to them and out to the neighbors and church members, letting them know what is available. People can come to the church and pick up what they need for themselves and are invited to take something to share with others they are trying to share the gospel with. It is a bridge building ministry that has allowed us a way to have ongoing contact with many neighbors we would have no contact with otherwise. This has been especially helpful to many facing financial challenges during this difficult time. Offering a helping hand. A couple weeks ago, Lisa and I were on our way home after running some errands when a pop-up storm came from nowhere. It was not supposed to rain at all that day. We passed by an elderly couple walking up a sidewalk with no umbrella, and the dear lady had obviously mobility issues. We went around the block planning to give them an umbrella we always keep with us. We assumed they would not likely accept a ride from us. When I got out of the van, I saw the lady had fallen and her husband was trying to help her back up. They not only allowed me to help her up, but allowed me to assist her back to their car. As a foreigner, it's not uncommon to have an offer to assist refused. The language barrier did not allow for a chance to witness verbally, but I was able to give them tracts. I don't believe that was a chance encounter, but an opportunity to demonstrate June 22, and of some have compassion, making a difference. Though through it all, we keep doing what we can and reaching out as the Lord opens doors of opportunity. Our prayer for you is that God will meet the individual needs of our church families as well as the needs of our church ministry. We also pray that God will show himself mighty through these shared struggles and give you the opportunities to reach others that would have been never have been willing to listen before. Prayer requests. Please pray for our church member who has been unable to attend due to an ongoing family situation. Perhaps the Lord will choose to use this pandemic and the Costco bread ministry as a way to mitigate the situation and soften hearts toward God. Stay faithful in the battle with eyes focused on the one who knows the future and has not been caught off guard by any of today's chaos. Preaching his word, Brother Bill Lyons, your missionary to the U.S. military and the Japanese in Japan. And if you would, please take a few minutes of your time. Pray for the Lyons. Pray for the opportunities they have with the Japanese people and the opportunity they have to reach the military. And that as soon as this lockdown gets a little bit better for them to go on base and for the military members to leave the base, that they would also have the opportunity to deal with the military. Thank you for taking the time to pray for our missionaries. God bless you.